So good afternoon. It's afternoon where I am. It's a Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon just before the bank holiday on Monday. It's May. And I was supposed to be doing some work this morning. Got an assessment planned, which I signed up for, and so did the apprentice. But unfortunately there were some technical issues on their side, so we've had to postpone it, which is a bit of a shame for them, because a lot of them are looking forward to getting it out of the way, I suppose, more than anything else. But it does mean then I've got the rest of the day free, because I've got a busy week coming up, but I'm sort of like 99% prepped up for that, so I've got a nice weekend where I can relax on weekends as well. And today I can go out and have a bit of a ride. I was going to tell you about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride that we did last weekend. If you watch my other video, you know I've been quite excited about it. It's the thing that really got me back into riding, really. So we'll have a little chat about that. Any other things that we can think of as we're riding along. Where are we going today? Well, we're going to see where the mighty Zontes takes us today. I think we'll be going over towards Bedford, because one of the last videos I did, I mentioned about going to Bedford, but we didn't because of time. I think we might go out that way and see what we can find. Does mean there's going to be a bit of main road riding going up the A6, but we'll do that. So, yes, I was going to tell you about the DGR that happened on Sunday. Well, what an event. It was absolutely fantastic. Been looking forward to it all year. And Neil and myself turned up a little bit before, well, I think it was about 9 o'clock I think we got down there for. And we parked the bikes up, and a lot of people were mooching around. So I don't know, there'd be about maybe 40 people, maybe 40 bikes. I didn't count them, but it wasn't a huge amount, but there was enough. And people were looking at Neil's bike. He went on the Triumph Thunderbird, 900 Thunderbird he's got. Lovely bike that is, lots of chrome on it, very nice bike. And I was on Woody here, and it was obvious nobody was interested in Woody. I had a few people glance at it, and sort of like, as they were walking by, sort of like had a quick bend down to see if they could read what it was. But nobody really wanted to talk to me, because they realised that, you know, it wasn't a Triumph or a classic style bike. And I found quite interesting. Not interesting, I found it quite funny actually. Anyway, we were there and we got talking to a few people. I got talking to one guy who's called Steve, and we were talking about the bikes. I explained, you know, I've got the Zontes. He said, oh, he's got this Ducati Monster, and yeah, nice little chat. And then later on, obviously the ride started. And I was riding, well, I was riding with Neil first of all in the procession. We were towards the back, and I was aware then this bike came up beside me as we were going to turn right, set of traffic lights. I looked across, I realised it was a Ducati Monster, so I realised then it was Steve. And gave me a bit of a nudge as we sit still, and he realised it was me, so that was nice. And he then rode in front of me and Neil for the rest of the ride. That was nice. And then later on in the ride, about halfway, we had a break. We went to, in Kettering, went to Tresham College, just to have a bit of a breather, stretch our legs and all that sort of stuff. And we were talking to Steve, having a bit of a giggle. And then another guy came up and was looking at the helmet that I'd got, because I've got a new helmet for the event. And he goes, I've got the same helmet as you. I said, what have you? Very similar. Started talking to him. His name was Bill. And Bill was literally a couple of bikes behind me and Neil. So the four of us really were on this procession together. Oh, the road I want to go up, he says it's closed. Well, that's going to be exciting, isn't it? Shall we go and see what is occurring? See where we can go. So yeah, Bill sort of like joined our little gang. And Bill was riding a Triumph T100 Gold Line. Real nice bike. Loads of chrome on it. Really, really nice bike. Then when we got to the final point, when we got to Woodford, the four of us all parked up together. We decided we'd go and have something to eat together as well. So we had something to eat, something to drink. And we chilled out together. About an hour and a half or so, just enjoying each other's company, having a laugh and a joke. So that was really nice to meet both Steve and Bill. So I did mention that, you know, we put videos up, so it's a shout out to them really. It was a real pleasure to meet both of them, and personally I'd like to go out and have a ride with them at some stage. Maybe the four of us can do something. They're local, they're Northamtonshire obviously, so perhaps I can sort something out. Maybe record it, or we'll look to them. If they don't want it recorded, then it won't be. So not only did I have a really nice time, I also met a couple of people that were really nice people as well. So we did have a laugh, it was giggle. So to my left at the moment is an old airfield. Not used as an airfield anymore. It used to be Ministry of Defence, MOD Thurley, and my father used to work there as a scientist. And in a minute we're going to be turning left. In fact, where that van, so the cars come out and where the van's coming out. And as we go down the road, on the right hand side is another MOD or old MOD site, which was where they had the wind tunnels. So look over there, see that big grey building? That was for a simulator at one stage, so where pilots would go and get some practice on a simulator. That was one of the buildings, or a building where one was housed, and it wasn't one that just sits on the floor. And you know, you see these ones these days that have got pneumatics on them. Well, that thing had a rise and fall of 15 foot, and also a left and right of 15 foot as well. So when the fighter pilots were trying things out, they got a true sense of what the plane would be like, because it was literally moving like a plane would move. And over, say, on the right hand side is the tunnel side, so that's where all the wind tunnels were, and that's where my brother worked. So he worked, both of them, my dad and Neil worked for the MOD. I never did, I wasn't clever enough. See, they had the brains, and you're absolutely right, you've realised I had the beauty. And I'm very pleased to say, and I'm sure you're aware of this, I haven't lost those boyish good looks that I've always had, they're still there. Nice avenue of trees to go through there. Now I'm tempted actually, we come to a main road, or if I remember correctly, it takes us towards Kimbolton, which is a nice place to go, so we might be we may not be going to Bedford, we might be going to Kimbolton. We're going to Kimbolton because Kimbolton's a nice place. Bedford's alright, don't get me wrong, but it's a big town, which it's a big town, big deal. Kimbolton is a pretty little place. Right, we shall be oofed. Let's see if Woody can get up this hill. Oh my god, it's the Rosas. Whew, got away with it. This old car, look. That's a chitty chitty bang bang, isn't it? Waiting to have half a boat put on the back. Show how sad I am now. That's one of my favourite films. Chitty chitty bang bang. Oh, it goes from childhood. Christmases, I think it was. It seems to be on every year. And as a small boy, I loved it. And still love it to today. It's the escapism of a fantasy, isn't it? Kimbolton. This is Kimbolton School here. This is a private school. But they board kids. I don't know if it's boys and girls, if it's just boys, but yeah, it's a boarding school. And Kimbolton, so Kimbolton, what can I say about Kimbolton? Well, obviously it's got this grand school, nice grounds there, and all this wall is all part of the grounds. So Kimbolton School. Kimbolton also makes fireworks, and I believe they make the fireworks for big events. So the New Year down at the London Eye, I believe that the fireworks are supplied by a company up here. Now I might be wrong, but that's what I'm led to believe. What else about Kimbolton? Kimbolton's got these two wonderful corners if you're on a bike. They're 90 degrees, but just beware of this one, because people, lorries, will come around here and stick themselves over the line a bit. So you have to stay to the left hand side quite a bit. I sort my mirror out as well. Oh, this car's coming. Sort this out. Yeah, thank you. Lovely, innit? Some people. Never mind. I get that nice warm and fuzzy feeling knowing that I let them through. All right, mate. Cheers. There's a decent guy. Saved me having to change the angel cities. So there we are, in between the two corners that I was on about there. So we're going to go off in this direction, and this road will take us to St Neots. So some of you may have heard of St Neots, around Huntingdon sort of area. So we'll go over there. There's a nice Cafe Nero over there, and we'll pull up just outside of it. We may go in and get a cup of coffee, or we'll sit there and we'll drink our water and see how many other bikes we can see. We're going to go down here on our right hand side. There's a few bikes down there already we can see. Now I think you can, well, put it this way, lots of bikes park up here, and I think it's, you know, accepted you can park up here. So we shall pump ourselves just to here. I think this will do us, and I'm going to go and sit. Where shall I sit? I'll find a little bit of shade somewhere. Have a little puffle, have a drink. Don't think I'm going to get coffee, I'm just going to be water. And then we'll be on our way. So, I'm going to have to get my stuff undone. And I shall see you in a little while. So, Cafe Nero done. I didn't go in to get a coffee. I just stopped and had a drink, and while I was here I started talking to a guy who got a Trident 660, a guy called Brendan. So I'm over in St Neots, and Brendan's from Raunds, which is literally just up the road from Northamtonshire where I live. So He's got this Trident 660. Spent 4 hours yesterday giving it a clean. God, it was spotless. Lovely, lovely, lovely it was. A really nice guy as well. So we had a nice chat. And he's just literally gone on his way. His excuse today to come over here was he needed to go to Iceland and get some roast potatoes. I think it's just an excuse. So back over the A1. So just really at the moment retracing our steps. Now coming up here, there's this corner, the right hander after this left, and on a weekend there's a guy that takes photographs of all the bikers and posts them on Facebook. So he's literally just in front of us where he parks or where he stands, and he puts them on Facebook, and if you like your picture you can buy them off him. And I have to say there are some really good shots that he does. Just been told by one of my biker friends there that there is a speed camera up here. Let's be honest with you, I'm on a 60-mile-an-hour road at the moment, and I'm not speeding anyway, but we'll just be respectful. Actually, he wasn't telling me, I've just realised he wasn't telling me that there's a speed camera up here. He was telling me that my helmet needs to be pushed down on my head a bit more, because he was tapping the top of his helmet to tell me that obviously my helmet has ridden up a bit. So I thank him for that, thinking of my safety. In fact, there's a nice little bit down here I'm actually going to go, forgetting the speed camera. There's a nice little bit of road down here where there is a bench where I can sit with my bike in front of me and I can chill out.
I don't know if I can find my way out. stuck in a prison of doubt. In this tiny shell, and everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe, and nobody is watching at night. Who wanna rise up? Need a friend to shake me out again. Need a friend to shake me out again. I don't know if I can find my way out. In this tiny
Okay, well, we're going to make a move. Should have said actually, we're at a place called Hargrave. So from here, we'll carry on our trip. We're going to aim for going to Raunds via Chalveston, and from there we'll go past the watermill. It's a nice place to go as well, actually. I know my wife works there, but it's a very nice place. They've got obviously a watermill. I say obviously, well, they've got a watermill inside that's behind a glass wall, and it still turns. You still see it going round. It's a very nice place to go. So again, if you're out Stannick Way, why not pop in and have a cuppa and a bit of cake. They do some lovely cake there, by the way.
in the light of the moon, like I'm living in a dream.
So the next little place we'll be coming into really is Chalveston. It's just down the bottom of this road here. So these are the twisties I was talking about.
In my dream, in my dream, in my dream. In my dream.
do a bit more of the counter steering now. Now, bikers will know what I mean by counter steering. For others that don't know, when you ride a push bike, you tend to pull the handlebar over to the right. You know, you pull the right hand side towards you if you want to go to the right, and you can do that on a motorbike, obviously. But what you can do is a thing called counter steer, and that's where you, instead of pulling the handlebar towards you, you push the other side away, and that has the effect, that has the effect of making your bike want to fall over in the direction that you're going. So basically, you know, as you're steering anyway, you are in theory in a controlled fall. So if I wanted to move over to the left, I can push the left hand bar away from me rather than pull it, and that makes the bike, the front wheel, go over to the right, and therefore makes the bike lean over to the left as if I was about to fall off. And counter steering, I believe it's called. So I've started doing that a bit more because it's a little bit easier on your arms and hands, because if you're on a long journey, the last thing you want to be doing really is gripping onto the handlebars for dear life, because your hands wear out and your wrists ache and your shoulders ache and all that happens. So the idea is not to grab on for dear life, but it's to, you know, rest your hands. So that means what you can do is you can rest your hands on the handlebar and then still steer, but without grabbing onto the handlebar. So here, for instance, I'm actually pushing on the left part of the handlebar away from me to go around the corner. If you're a biker, you know, and if you're a learner like me, and it's all fairly new to you, give it a go. It's quite an unusual experience. So actually I'm going to take you down, this is Raunds by the way, I'm going to take you to Raunds to show you, as a treat, the smallest zebra crossing, I believe, in the world. So we'll go over the zebra crossing. We're going to then do a, no, in fact yes we will, we'll do a left and go up a road, get back onto the main road that we've literally just come off. No, I was supposed to let me come through, and I was forcing me way, really, wasn't I? So here it is. This is the zebra crossing. So have a look at this. Massive, isn't it? Absolutely huge. So there you go. You've just been over the smallest zebra crossing, let's say, in the world. So I've been to the tea room and I had obviously a cup of coffee, but I had some cheese on toast as well. Yum yum. And there's apparently been an accident on the A14, which is fairly close to where I am. And that means loads of traffic has been diverted down these country roads. So something that would normally take me, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe from here to get home, is going to be a bit longer. I'm not one to really go out and do this filtering. I've done a little bit of it, but on these sort of roads I think it's a little bit dangerous because they're not particularly wide, and try and find somewhere to pull in if somebody's coming in the other direction can sometimes be a bit awkward. So on the A6 this road takes us to Findon and then on to Kettering, should we want to carry on that far. Obviously we're not. I'm going to be turning left at the next junction, which takes me down towards home. So really there's nothing much more to be seen or to be said. I just want to thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the trip out. Nothing special, we just had a cruise around, didn't we? Saw some nice places. So until next time, thanks very much for watching. Look after yourself, look after each other, and be careful out there. See you next time. Bye.